So, you've been through a lot, haven't you, Loti? Thanks for coming and talking to us this morning. Thankfully, you're on the right side of it now. But if I can take you back, when did you first notice that things weren't right or have concerns?
In May of 2012, I was actually working on a press campaign about skin cancer.
Wow.
And it was about writing about skin cancer, what to look at. I became very aware, being fair-haired, fair-skinned, with quite a lot of moles, I was a prime candidate. So just became a lot more aware of my moles and decided to get the mole on my cheek checked in those 3 months, and within a week I was having it removed.
So that's a really short space of time, isn't it, that had changed? And then was it just going back for that second appointment, or had you noticed that something was different about it?
No, I remember getting in the car after the second appointment and ringing my mum to say I'm all done. It was such a waste of time. It was a 20-minute train journey down to the hospital, and literally 5 minutes in and out, they took a picture of my mole and I was done. And I was just like, it's a waste of my time. And she said, no, if it turns out that it's not right, it might have saved your life. And how quickly it changed shows how aggressive it was. And if I hadn't have got it checked, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today.
Yeah, so it's a lesson that that you need to be very aware, and we all need to be very aware, but also a lesson, I guess, for the whole process medically, that you can't just think, I've seen that mole, it's fine. There needs to be a system where it's checked properly.
Yeah, I'm incredibly lucky that I was taken seriously, that I was monitored, that I actually went for the appointment, because I could have not. Like I said, it was time out of my day, but those 30 seconds did save my life.
I mean, that's the idea behind these new suggestions, isn't it, Hilary? That is a little bit of a lottery at the moment, depending on where your doctor is and where you could seek advice, how quickly and how your problem is tackled.
Yeah, this particular form of skin cancer kills more people than any other, with all the other skin cancer types put together, and the incidence has increased 5 times in the last 40 years. And it will increase probably by another 15%, another 50% in the next 15 years. So it's very much on the rise. Everyone's vulnerable, not just people like Loti with fair hair, but everybody who's getting sunburnt on frequent occasions. And the NICE guidelines hope to standardise care so that everybody gets the same standard of care across the country. At the moment, there's a lot of variety, but the NICE guidelines mean that everyone will be assessed, hopefully, and investigated in the right way so that we can stage their disease and determine what kind of treatment they should have at every stage it is, because it's not just a skin cancer. It can invade the rest of the body, it can go to the brain, it can go to bone, to liver, and 2,000 deaths every year.
So it's important to catch early in that case. I mean, luckily,
Absolutely.
Loti was obviously working on a campaign, so was more aware of it. But what should people be looking out for then?
Right, lots of people have got moles, but what we're looking for is any change in a mole. So if it's bigger than the blunt end of a pencil, if it's darker in pigmentation, or the pigmentation is varied across the mole with satellite lesions around it, so dark areas around it. If it bleeds, if it irritates, if it's changed in any way, get it looked at. Doctors can look with a special instrument called a dermoscope, which looks at the deeper layers, and that's important. If we can assess it early, if it's at all suspicious, we can either remove it and come back and do a wider excision if it is malignant, or we can biopsy it and see if we need to remove it. But it needs to be looked at urgently and taken very seriously, because we're seeing a huge rise in the number of people with malignant melanoma.
So any doubt, get them checked out. Dr. Hilary, thanks for that. And Loti, it's great to see you here, obviously looking so well, and we're really pleased that everything went well for you.
Thank you.